And the recording has started, so please do not swear, teacher. All right. I think actually we'll start kneeling. So you can either just sit down on your heels and or kneel upwards if you want a bit of bum work, whatever you're comfy with. But just main focus is on releasing the shoulders to start with. So after a little wiggle, draw them up to your ears and then slowly slide them down again. We can do this nice and gently, making it really small to start with. If there's any tension from the day, breathe in to take them up and breathing out, just drop them down. And if you take your focus to the scapula, the big shoulder blades at the back, just to make sure it's those that are moving rather than just the little bones. And all the time, just drawing the tummy button in, getting the abs to work. One more of these. And then palms out, elbows bent. So what we're going to do is offer a plate of Ferrero Rocher. Just drop it an arm circle. So forward, taking the arms up and round. That's it. Trying to keep the arms as straight as possible and not leaning back. So you're starting to feel further engagement with the ribs floating over the pelvis. Increasing the arc of the circle every time if you can. If there's any pain, obviously, in shoulders, as they're the most movable joint in the body, just take the roll a little bit smaller, or the circle a little bit smaller. One more. And similarly, we're going to start to engage the sides of our bodies. So we'll do some lovely lat opening and breathing. So elbows just slightly proud of the ribs. And as we breathe out, you want to press the backs of the palms away. Breathe in, turn the palms to the ceiling, and here you can lift the heart. Breathing out to come back and breathing in to close the arms back towards each other. So really want to feel some pressure as you press away, not moving the elbows. Breathing in, rotate the palms, which then lifts the heart. Breathing out, restack. Breathing in to close. So it's a nice strong movement. If you feel you're just wafting, try and put a bit of imagination into it. That's it. So you keep the elbows pretty still and close to the body, and that really gets the upper arm working. Getting back extension, part of that warm up. Two more. Breathing out. Rotating to lift the heart. Restacking. And breathing in. And final time, breathing out. Rotating, lift the heart. Breathing in and out. And we'll build on that. Get the lats and the obliques working. So if you've got a cushion to hand or a block, whatever you want, we'll do the old pillow squeeze, because this will come in really handy for next week, upper body weights. So again, just underneath the elbow. And as you breathe out, you squeeze the upper arm into the body. Hold it for a count of 5 and try not to lift the shoulders. So as you squeeze, I don't want to see the shoulder lifting. Everything's held down here. So yes, either kneel down or kneel up, whatever you want to do. Really don't mind. And releasing. So breathing out for a count of 5, squeezing that pillow in, keeping the upper shoulder down, and then relaxing. That's it. So again, nice and strong. The more we do of these, the stronger the sides of the body start to work and takes the effort out of the shoulder, which is very protective movement. One more of these. Breathing out, breathing in, and relaxing. And then change sides. So again, just focus on what you're doing. Relax the upper shoulder first, engage the abs. And as you breathe out, just pressing in the upper arm. And so this is the feeling when I say orange under armpit. It's to get the strength down the side of your body. Breathing out, engaging the abs, squeezing the pillow. That's it. Lovely. Nobody's shoulders are lifting, which is wonderful. 2 more. The final time. And left. Brilliant. So coming onto our hands and knees, we will start to warm up the back with a little cat stretch. So first, just double check your setup. You should have shoulder over wrist, knees under hips, and just look between your knees to see where your feet are. They should be in line with your body. So starting with a flat back, just draw the tummy into the body. And from there, you can tuck the tailbone under. Keep curving up the back. Keep your head straight until the very last moment when it has to drop between the arms. Double check where your feet have gone. Breathing in to hold. Breathing out. Unpeel from the tailbone. Keeping the head low until your shoulders widen and the head has to come up in line with the spine. Do a couple more of those. So breathing out, tuck the tailbone under. Imagine someone's walking their fingers up your spine to get it moving piece by piece by piece until the head has to drop. Breath in to hold at that point. And then breathing out, unpeel from the tailbone. And again, someone's walking their fingers down your spine. That nice flat back and your head lifts. And again, tucking the tailbone under. Healing and arching the back. One vertebra at a time. Nice and slow and controlled. Lovely. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Unpeel from the tailbone. Coming to that nice flat back. Maud, can you sit back ever so slightly? Yeah, bring your arms in a bit. And then we'll do it from the head first. So nodding the head first, thinking up through the tummy, but pressing the shoulders away from you to try and arch the upper back first, then the middle back, then tucking the tailbone under. And again, breath in to hold. And then thinking about reaching the crown of the head forward to flatten the upper back, working through the spine until the tailbone has to lift. And again, dropping the head first, nice and slowly. Think lifting those big scapula away, arching from the upper to middle to tucking the tailbone under. That's it, nice. And I'm peeling after a lovely in-breath. Breathing out, softening through the back until the head and tailbone are nice and long. And we'll do a couple from the middle. So imagine someone's got their arms around your waist, lifting it up so tailbone and head have to drop at the same point. Breathing in to hold, and someone's just pressing the middle of your back ever so lightly to come back to that flat back. And there you can then take your shoulders and your tailbone up. So you're sinking your middle back towards the mat. And then back to a flat back, ready to go again. So imagine a hoist through your middle, lifting both, dropping both ends at the same time. Breath into hold. And then reverse the direction. So someone's just lightly pushing the middle back and then lifting the tailbone, lifting the shoulders so you get a little bit of back extension in the middle, or a cow in yoga terms, I believe. And just do one more of those. Useful way to warm up. That's it. Lovely. If you need to sit back after you've finished that and just release the wrists, we're going to stay on hands and knees for a couple more exercises. Feel free. Next one, very simple, a little bit of twerking. So a bit of pelvic circles. Literally, just imagine you've got a pencil on your tailbone and you're drawing 5 circles in each direction. So keep them small. Your upper body is keeping nice and stable. Just try and reach through all directions of the circle. And if you've got any tweaks or twinges, just keep it very small or slow. When you've done 5 one way, reverse. And as you look to be working at different speeds, when you've done, just sit back and release the wrist so I can see who's finished. Good stuff. Fab. Finally back onto hands and knees. We'll add in a bit of rotation. So again, just double check the setup. Hopefully camera angles do lie sometimes. We will thread the needle. So take one arm out to the side, tummy buttons engaged. You're going to send that arm underneath and hopefully take the shoulder towards the floor. A little breath in to hold. Breathing out, re-engage, draw the tummy into the body and bring that arm back out to the side. And then go again, threading it through, taking the shoulders close to the mat as you can, breathing in to hold, breathing out. Take that arm back out to the side. And 2 more if you can. If you need to come back and just have a rest in between, feel free. Just enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the feeling of mobility. Remember, shoulders away from the ears. That's it. Good, Hilary. And after your last one on this side, you can change sides and have a feel of whether this one feels any easier. Threading it through smoothly to the ground if possible. Nice breath to hold. And then drawing the arm back out, straight to the side. That's looking great, everyone. Using your whole breath. Do one more. And release the wrist. Good, well done. So as we're sitting back on our heels, we might as well make use of that. We will do some bum squeezing and quad work. So squeezing the bum, you're just going to come up, kneeling, and then sitting back down again. So the body's nice and tall and long, arms are just loosely by your side. You're getting the bum to do a bit of work. Probably separate your legs a little bit. It's breathing out to squeeze and kneel upwards, breathing in to sit back. One more. And sit back. This time, cross your arms over. And one arm on each thigh. So as you breathe out and lift up, the arm that's on top comes up overhead and either to the thigh or the foot behind you, and then windmill round the other way with the other hand. And then come back with the first hand and the second hand, and you should have swapped over. So a bit of coordination and thought, squeezing the bum, top arm comes up and over and either to the thigh or to the foot if you can reach it. And then the other foot, unpeel, sitting back down again. So yeah, if you get any tension or pain in the back when you're doing this, it's quite a strong movement. So just go to the thigh. So you're opening up the hip and then working around again. Good. That's it, Caroline, lovely. Good, Maud, good, Hilary, lovely. And just do one more. Breathing out to lift. Swooping round. Back to the start. And sitting down. Brilliant. Okay. Fab dab. Right. Back to more standard things. Let's come back onto the mat. Knees bent up, feet hip width apart. Feel your shoulders. They should feel quite nice now. Nice and wide on the mat. And we'll do arm and leg slides. So bring your arms up to the ceiling, allow them to be heavy in that shoulder joint. And we will simply slide away and return off the arm and leg. Trying to minimize the rocking of the body, rocking of the knee. The nice and standard to start with. Breathing in to extend the arm and leg, breathing out, engaging the abdominals to draw them back to the start. A little pause in the middle before going again. So nice and slow. Fabulous. Good. One more on each side. And let's add on to this. So extend an arm and leg away, lift them up to the ceiling, extend them away, and come back to the start. So just adding a little arm and leg lift. Just as far as they'll go, keeping your bottom and backs of the shoulders on the mat. Then lift, keeping knees as straight as possible, arms as straight as possible. Keeping the arms heavy in the shoulder. That's it, lovely. And this time as we extend, we're going to take the arm and leg to the ceiling, out to the side, back to the ceiling, lengthen away, and return. So extend, lift, out to the side for a bit of balance, back to the ceiling, extend, and return. Then lift, out to the side, back to the ceiling, extend away, and return. Good. A few more of those. using your breath. The coordination, keeping the ribs down, keeping the abs engaged, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, keeping the body nice and stable. Fabulous. And do one more on each side, or balance yourselves up. Good, very nice. Using your breath. Keeping the standing knee nice and stable. And then when you've done, just hug your knees in for a second. Nice breath. Feet back down on the floor, hip width apart. Hands behind your head, so palm on the bony bit of your skull and the other palm on top of the other palm. So you get a nice stretch through the shoulders, and we're going to breathe out, keep the tailbone down, slide the ribs forward, look between your knees, and then breathing in to come back down. So just basic curl ups for the moment. Breathing out, sliding the ribs forward, breathing in, returning your body to the mat. Keeping the knees stable, sliding so you don't come too high, keeping the tummy drawing and sucking into the body so you're not pressing those muscles upwards, they're drawing in to give you strength. That's it, lovely, more good. That's it, Caroline. Breathing out, curling up, that's it, lovely, Hilary. No pulling on the neck. Resting your head back into your hands. One more. If you need a little break, just hug your knees into your body for a moment. We're going to continue with our curl up work. So you can have a moment's rest, and then bring your legs into tabletop, little frog legs, arms up to the ceiling, and we're going to breathe out, squeeze the inner thighs together, extend the legs away, and breathe in to return. Breathing out, really squeeze the inner thighs, breathing in to return. Two more, breathing out, and breathing in. So the more you can nail your tummy through your body, the mat behind, the stronger you'll feel. This time, let's add on to that. So breathing out, send the legs away, keeping curled up, and we're going to beat the legs together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend in. If you need to, just hug the knees in for a second before restacking, ready to go again. Breathing out, bend the legs away, squeezing the inner thighs. This time, beat the arms up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in again. If you need to, hug the knees. It's quite a strong movement. We'll go back to the legs. So breathing out, not the chin, send the legs away, squeeze the inner thighs together and beat the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, tummy drawn down, 3, 2, 1, bend in, hug your knees in for a second, ready to go with the arms, so send the legs away, squeeze the inner thighs and beat the arms from the armpits, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Hug your knees in. Have a little breather. Rock from side to side if you need to. And then holding on to your chins, not the chin. Send the shins away to help bring you into curling up. Lift the lower legs away from you, ready for single leg stretch. Extend and changing legs. Breathing out each time. And 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, that's it, and 2, and 1, and hug your knees in, have a little rock from side to side, do fantastically. Okay, so I'll give you a choice here. We can either do the same legs, we're going to do oblique curl, so you're just going to be bending and rotating to the bent leg, and you can stay up there and do that, or you can curl and come back to the mat each time, or if that's too much for tonight and very much listen to your body, just basic oblique twist, curl up. So choose your poison. If you're coming up to legs in tabletop, one at a time, hand behind head, curling up, and then rotating to the bent knee. That's it. So trying to keep your body as stable as you can. Think chest and armpit to the bent knee rather than bringing the knee into the body. So keep the knee slightly further away than you would want to. Keep breathing. That's it. Well done, Hilary. Keep the movement small and controlled. Do as many as you can. And then there is no shame in lying back and hugging your knees into your chest for a breather. And then try and do another set. So don't go on blindly, just do what you can. Get that nice challenge going. A couple more before you all expire. And then lie back and hug your knees in and rock from side to side. Pretty hideous, but well done. That was looking really, really, really good. One more set for the abdominals as we're down here. Why not do our double leg stretch? So we will nod the chin, send the lower legs away from us. Keeping in that curl up position, extend arm and legs in opposite directions and curl even higher as you curl forward and extend away. Trying to keep up, not reaching to the mat too far. Really intense to do this right all the time. Every time you come back to the middle to hug your knees, you're lifting your chest a little bit higher to get a nice sweat going. That's it. Good. Really use your breath. Keep those abs drawing into the body. That's it. Lovely. Good, Caroline. That's it, Hilary. Keep the legs a little bit higher. You can 3 more. Wonderful. Then just lie back after your last one. Hug your knees in and breathe. Rock from side to side. That was a very tricky, intense little session we did there. I will let you relax a little bit. If you can, extend one leg along the floor, other leg up to the ceiling, arms just slightly wide, and 8 leg circles in each direction, trying to keep the leg as straight as possible. If you want to work with bent legs today, feel free. Use your breath. Trying to keep both bum cheeks on the floor. And really feel your legs heavy in the leg socket. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Slow them down a little bit more. Have that challenge. So 8 perfect circles in each direction on one leg, and then change sides. And notice which side feels easier, whether there's any pumping going on, which is very frequent in my legs. That's it. Remember to keep the abs engaged still. Shoulders nice and relaxed, using your whole breath. And then, yes, when you're done, just tuck your knees in, all working at different speeds. Lovely. Okay, coming up to sitting, more ab work. That's what it's about. Strong core, why not? Let's do a half rollback series. So think shoulders wide, arms nice and long. And you can actually work with bent legs. So keep your feet on the floor. You can lift the toes and just come onto the heels if you need to. But we're starting with nice flat back, wide shoulders, arms long. And we're going to hinge with a flat back. Then send the tailbone away from you. So you want to go down to a place that you can hold just for a moment or two with a challenge, and then lift and lower your arms. So you're nailing your tummy button through your body, aiming for mat beyond, then abs, breathing out, come over your knees to sit tall again. Glad to see some layers are coming off. Hinge with a flat back, then the tailbone away from you. Holding it there at that awkward moment and lifting and lowering nice and smoothly from the shoulders. Breathing out, drawing the tummy into the body, curling forward, sitting tall again, nice flat, straight back, shoulders nice and wide. So hinge. Then the tailbone away from you, just where the feet can come off a little bit. This time open and close the arms. That's it. And rolling forward. Restacking. Shoulders down to start with, wide back hinge. Send the tailbone away from you. Imagine you're playing an accordion, open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze. That's it, curling forward. Sitting nice and tall. One more of these before we do some legs. Hinge. Send the tailbone away. Open your arms to the side, squeeze. Open and squeeze. Tummy button in and squeeze. And curling forward. Sitting nice and tall. Ready to do the leg series. Nothing too dramatic, don't worry. Hinge. Then the tailbone away from you. And we just lift the leg and lower it. Lift the other leg and lower it. Tummy button spine to curl you forward. Sit nice and tall. Shoulders down and relax again. Everything nice and wide. Hinge. Then the tailbone away. Lift the leg and lower it. Lift and lower. Curling forward using your abdominals. Do that work. Sitting tall. Hinge. Send the tailbone away. This time we're going to lift the leg, straighten it away, bend it, put it down, lift the other leg, straighten it away, place it down, tummy button spine, curl it forward, sitting tall. One final set. Big smiles, hinge. Turn the tailbone away. And lift the leg, extend the leg, place it back down. Lift the other leg, extend it, place it back down. Curling forward, sitting tall. And then why not? Just roll down ever so slightly, piece by piece by piece. Have a little stretch out. And then either roll over onto your side, come sitting, or just roll up back to the start. Because we're going to start very similar sort of roll down, but do one side at a time and do sort of whole body circles. So we'll start shoulders wide away from the ears, legs long. Just going to rotate to the right. Hopefully it looks like I'm going to the right on your screen. And then roll down on that right hand side. Take everything back to the mat. So your arms are slow to the right. Center. Go over to the left. Roll the arms around. Back to the right hand side. Curling up on the diagonal. So you're still back where you started with the arms facing the right outside of the right hand side of your leg. Then rotate to the left and do the same thing. So you're rolling back on the left hand side of your spine. Arms are reaching towards the left foot. They come up overhead, around the body. Rotate the ribs, coming back to the left hand side to come back up. So knees and legs are glued together, center, and over to the right hand side. Do the same thing. So roll down that one side of the spine, take the arms up overhead to a lovely sweep round, rotating back to that right leg, and rolling up on that right hand side, centering up, going to the left hand side, and rolling down on the left hand side again. That's it. Keeping the shoulders nice and wide as you can. Using body nice and gentle. That's it. Smooth, controlled motion. And one final time. Rolling down one side, sweeping around. Good. I'm certainly making you work tonight, I know. Fabulous. So finish this one. And as we're completely mobile and happy, let's try to roll over again. So choices, if you want to do preparation only, it's just arms pressing into the mat, ankles crossed, tummy button towards into the spine. Just try and lift your bum and legs up to the ceiling. If you want the full rollover, and we can do a bit of boomerang, why not? Let's do that. So if you want to do legs overhead, Caroline, you know exactly what you're doing, so go ahead for it. And take your legs over, aim feet to the ground. They may or may not reach. Separate the legs, coming back to the spine, working through the spine piece by piece by piece to gradually bring the legs down, glue them back together again. So breathing out, legs to the ceiling, breathing to take yourself over just onto your shoulder blades. You should be able to move your neck, separate the legs, drawing the abs even more to control, coming back down to the mat. That's it. This time, as the legs are overhead, we're going to cross the ankles to 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll down, and as we roll down, we're going to nod the chin and lift our upper body. Arms out to the sides, cross the legs to 3, 2, 1. Reach forward in a dying swan. Take the arms forward over the legs. Suck in the abdominals, lift the legs, take the arms and legs overhead. Ready to cross the ankles for 3, 2, 1. Rolling down, coming to our balance point, arms out to the side. Tummy buttons in, 3, 2, 1. Bending forward, arms behind. One more set of whatever you're doing. Rolling back. Here we come on, do the breath. Work the body, 3, 2, 1. Rolling down. Lifting and holding. Yes, more good, Caroline. Oh, sorry, I jinxed you all by looking extra hard. Brilliant. That's it, more lovely. Oh, fabulous work. Oh, that's my favoritist exercise ever, but I hardly ever do because I'm worried about floors and backs. But well done, everyone. Okay, gosh, I'm getting hot. Let's lie on our side and we will do our side line. Give ourselves a bit of a break. So nice cell position. Angle the knees away from you so your heels are roughly in line with the middle of your bottom. Make your top half comfy. Nice and simple. Breathing out, squeezing the bum to lift the knee just to the point that you can control it, so there is no chance of you rolling backwards. Letting the knee sort of up and forward and up. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to close. That's it. So shoulders nice and relaxed. Even in this position, it's just a case of drawing up through the side of the body, in through the abdominals, a slight squeeze of the bottom. And then let's lift the legs to hip height. And we'll do the same thing, but take the knee forward towards the chest. Lift the knee, close the knee, take the knee behind a little bit, lift, close, so forward, lift, down, and back, lift, down. That's it. A nice, simple, yet strong movement. And one more. That's it. Then extending both legs away and the underneath arm. So find your balance point. You want to be on the bony bit of your hip, which is not comfy, I grant you. Then breathing out, just lifting and hovering. Breathing in to return to the mat. So keeping the legs glued together. That's it. If you're feeling anything in your lower back, angle those legs forward. Any tension in the neck, just look at the mat or don't lift your head. Don't have to come up very high. That's it, good. Keeping tension away from the shoulders. That's looking very nice and strong. Make this your last one. And then lift the top leg to hip height. Squeeze the underneath leg to lift and lower it down. So keeping that top leg really long. Imagine someone's pulling it away from you. The feet are just there at the end of your legs. So they're not doing anything. All that inner thigh, lifting and lowering. Good. Beautifully stable. Two more. And then turn your feet into little Charlie Chaplins again. You can make your top half comfy wherever you are. We will do our développé. So pointing the top foot, draw it up towards the knee. Heel comes down, knee comes into the body. Extend the leg to the ceiling. squeeze the inner thigh, bring it back down to start. So drawing the foot in, heel comes down, knee into the body, extend the leg, flex the foot and squeeze it down. So draw the foot in, heel down, extend the leg. I'm just so jealous and squeeze it down. One more. Draw the foot in, heel down, knee in, extend, flex, and squeeze. Lovely. Oh, that's all got very nice long legs. Then a bit of strength, side work and rotation. So you've got your top leg crossed over your bottom leg. We will do our side plank. So you can either just come up onto a knee if it's too much tonight, or full one, hand angled away from you, sitting on the underneath leg. Think squeezing the inner thighs together to come into that nice long line, orange under armpit, and then arm to the ceiling. And we'll thread the needle, so you're just rotating through, unpeeling, and coming back down again. So don't want you to take any tension into the shoulder. Think the sides of the body, pillow squeeze, as you squeeze the legs together to come up, then rotating the ribs, unpeeling. Those legs are glued together. That's it, Hilary, good. And down one final time, 3 of these, coming up. Yes, lovely, rotating round. Unpeel, beautiful work, and down. And then scoot yourself over to the other side. Nice light relief with the shell. So make that top half comfy. Angle the knees away from you, heels in line with the middle of the bum. Underneath waist drawing up. Breathing out. Lift the knee. Breathing into toes. And shoulders nice and relaxed. Side waist lifting up away from the mat. Tummy button drawing in. Thumb squeezing going on. That's it. So we're trying to minimize any rolling backwards. We're in full control, just allowing the leg to work in the hip socket, keeping that nice and strong. Very good. One more basic one. And then lift the knee to hip height, forward, open, down, back, open, down. So again, balance-wise, you can have a hand in front, loosely touching the ground. That's it. All looking really good. And then come back, legs together. Extend the underneath arm, extend the legs away. Think drawing the underneath shoulder away from the ear a little bit more to make sure you're shoulder over shoulder and hip over hip. And breathing out to lift. And breathing in to lower. Keeping those inner thighs glued together. And if you think you're rolling back at all, just put your hand behind your back to double check. I don't think you are. That's good, everyone. And remember, nice long, low hover. Very nice, good, Maud. That's it, Hilary. Looking really stable. Lovely, Caroline. One more of those. And then lift the top leg to hip height, stretch it away a little bit, squeeze the underneath leg up and place it down. So again, isolating the work through the bottom leg, keeping the body nice and still, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Using your breath, using your abs. Beautiful. 2 more. Then into the little frog leg, bras développé, or Charlie Chaplin. Draw that top leg up, heel comes down, knee into the body, extend the leg, flex the foot, and squeeze to come back down again. That's it. And again, noticing whether this side is easier, harder to control. Really make each movement distinct. That's it. So working all the leg muscles, all the abs, keeping on your side, making sure you haven't rocked back. That's it. Lovely. Good, Hilary. Maud, I'm in awe of your long legs. It's all looking gorgeous. 1 more. Fabulous. And then after that one, onto our side plank. So yes, either stay coming down just onto your knee, or if you're doing the full one, arm away, a side angle, legs away slightly. So then squeeze in the side, come up into that nice strong position, arms to the ceiling, then rotating, threading the needle through that way, unpeeling, and coming back down again. Good, with nice control. So thinking up and over on the diagonal, underneath waist is really drawing up, legs squeezing together, rotating through, and healing, and then coming back. And I think you've got 2 more to do. 4 on this side, so squeeze those legs together onto the ceiling, rotating the ribs, unpeeling, coming back down. 1 final one. Lift it up, that beautiful diagonal, strength under the armpit. That's it. That's it, Hilary. That'll do. Good work. Fabulous. And relaxed. Oh, well done. You're all mightily pissed off. Please smile. Okay, we will come back down onto the mat on our back. We will do a bit of bridging work. What was I going to say? Yeah, okay. Let's just do some basic ones and then a couple of leg holds. So breathing out, think squeezing the bum, narrowing into the body, lifting up like we did at the beginning, sitting down to kneeling, holding it there for a few moments. Shoulders nice and relaxed, remember, and then karate chop at the pelvis. And again, breathing out, squeeze and lift, holding it there for a few breaths. Really nice, big, strong bum work. And coming back down. This time, narrow in, squeeze the bum, lift up. You can unpeel one leg towards the ceiling, extend it down to knee height, and let's hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your foot down and back down. Narrow, squeeze and lift. Unpeel the other leg to the ceiling. Extend it to knee height, really squeezing the bum and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, thumb down. Ready to go again. Breathing out, squeeze and lift. Think narrowing into the body, lifting up in that long line, knees over towards the toes. Unpeel a leg, take it to knee height, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, thumb down, final time. Narrow, lift and squeeze. Squeeze and lift. Extend the other leg to the ceiling. Extend it away. That's it. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Foot down, bum down. Let's stretch out. The legs have done quite a bit of hip work. So feet either side of your mat very elegantly. Let's drop the left knee to the floor. Right knee goes to the left ankle. And you can just have your arms nice and wide, rotating and looking away from those knees. Stretching out that hip flexor again. And breathing out, engage the abs. Knees to the ceiling. And then go the other way. So right knee first, left knee to right ankle to get that beautiful stretch. Breathing out. To stop. Then briefly rolling over onto your front, because I've neglected to work in this position. So we will finish off before stretching out with a cobra alternative. So legs slightly separated, but still you're on the front of your side. Arms out in front, and then bend the elbows until they come to out in line with your shoulders. Breathing out, squeeze the bum, think reaching the crown of your head away to lift your upper body off. Holding it there, hover the arms. Send your right arm forward, your left arm reaches for your toes. And just do a little side bend in this position. So as if you're Superman doing a little sweep round. Come back to the center. Bend the elbows and bring both arms back to the hover. And coming back down. So breathing out, come into the hover, lift your arms. Extend your left arm forward, your right arm towards the toes. Continue that reach to the toes. Give you a little side bend. Coming back to center. Bend the elbows so they come back to shoulder height. And back down. One more on each side. So lifting the heart, then hovering the arms, shoulders away from the ears. One arm forward, the other arm reach to the toes, and continue that side bend with that little reach. That's it, and then back to center, bringing the elbows back in line with the shoulders and taking your body down. One final time. Lifting the heart to the top of the body, lifting the arms, and extending one arm each direction. Continuing into that little side bend, that's gorgeous. And then bending the elbows, coming back to that hover first. And then bringing your body down. And our final challenge then, why not? Just draw the hands a bit lower, chest height, tuck the toes under, squeeze the bum, squeeze the tummy, press your body up through a plank position. Nice, strong. Hinge back into downward dog. And then let's do our little bear walk. So we're going to take our right hand off and our left leg away and touch our bum down to the ground. And come back to our plank, then the other way. So I've got my left hand come to my right shoulder. I've rotated into a little side plank, stuck my bum down so my right leg is in the air. And coming back to the plank. So basically just twisting and sitting down. Getting some mobility and strength through our bodies. That's it. Yes. Glad to see you've been working this one, Caroline. Good. I've got a long memory like an elephant. Fabulous. One more on each side. Wonderful work. And then finish sitting. Let's just stretch out. Sorry, because I need to let you go to your families and bottle of wine. So just cross one leg over the underneath leg. Hug the knee into the body and turn towards that bent knee. So you get a lovely stretch around the outside of the bum. Been doing a lot of work. And then rotate the other way. So just get a bit of length and stretch through the body. And then unpeel and change sides. It's my favorite step, actually this one. So opposite arm comes and hugs the knee first. You can hug both legs, really get that stretch down here. By hugging the knee in close. Think forward through the body as well. And then change arms really. So same arm as knee, hugs it in. Turning away from the knee. Fall in the body. And then unpeel. Final little stretch just to round things off, our little Titanic. So arms in front. We're going to breathe in, breathe out to lift the elbows. Breathe in to get a beautiful stretch through the front and back of the body. Then breathe out, hug yourself. One more. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And give yourselves a hug. Fantastic. Well done indeed. You worked really, really hard at that.